We are in
deep
crazy,
in the heart of Texas.
deep in the heart of something. Oh, it's good to see you. The sound you hear is thunder. That's thunder down here in Florida. But not too many of us are in Florida. Only me and Danny and Marisa are in Florida right now. Everyone else is somewhere else for some reason. So welcome to that show that we do. That one. Are you serious? Yay. Hello.
Yes.
We are.
Yes.
We've been doing this for a year now. A year.
Wow.
Just a little bit over a year. We haven't missed a week in a year, which means I have no life.
I didn't know we could stretch failure that long. But
I have 48 years going.
I was going to say.
Your failure has its own momentum.
Failure is my middle name.
Why not? Duran did it. So, we've got Steve, Daniel, Marisa, Steve, Lilit, Danny. Yes, I'm aware. I'm aware of what I've said. I'm aware that we have two Steves. Hello, two Steves. And I'm aware that we have double Daniels. And
I already know I'm the lesser of the two. I've changed my name already.
You're the lower of the two. You're the blue.
I'm the lower. I'm the bottom.
And top Steve there, he's up in, where are you? Up in New York?
I'm in New York.
Daniel, top Daniel, you're in
deep in the heart of Texas.
Marisa, you're down here in Thunderville in Boca, I believe.
Yep.
Steve, you're in New Jersey.
Correctamundo.
Joycey.
I'm going to skip over to Danny, who is in
Deerfield
Beach. And Lilit, I've got once again, here we go. There.
Whoa.
Yes, Lilit is in the Philippines.
Manila, 15 flying hours from San Francisco.
Wait a minute. Is it Thursday there?
Yeah,
It's Sunday here.
Is it February there?
It's 1950 here.
It was 1950 here for about 4 years.
Tom, when did the show get a budget?
Wow, yes. Look at that.
It
did. Tom's just cheap.
A budget.
Sponsored by the United Nations.
These lines you're having now?
Wow, he's a lot cheaper than Jesse.
He hitched his way here.
Oh, and by the way,
by Philippine Airlines.
And by the way, I'm sorry. By the way, I need to apologize. I'm sorry. We don't have a graphic for Marisa. I'm sorry about that. So sorry. Yeah.
Maybe we can have like a.
Just kidding.
Wow.
Okay. So
maybe we can have like a move for her. Woo!
Okay, so first we'll talk about how we play our game. We will talk about why some other time.
Yeah, why do we play?
We have no idea. So each one of our panelists, our guest tonight, has shared with me and only me a true factoid about their life, or many true factoids about their life. I'm going to display one for each of the people tonight. They have no idea what's going to come up on the screen, or I might substitute it with a piece of nonsense, a lie that I've made up for them. Either way, they have to defend it as though it is real and true, and whichever side guesses correctly most often who's telling the truth and who's lying wins absolutely nothing. We elect captains for each team, and the captain, well, we don't elect them, I appoint them. It's the way we do things. It's not. No one ever said it was. So we pick. I pick the person who has the most at bats on a particular team. So on the red team, it's Daniel. He's one of the originals. In case you can't figure it out, that's the red team. That's the blue team. Daniel will be captaining his team, and Danny boy, whoa! The pride. You can feel the pride. Danny boy, you are captaining the blue team. How about
Tale
that?
of two Daniels.
And happy Pride. Speaking of.
Happy
Right,
Pride,
exactly.
everybody.
So, really quick, how's everyone doing? Steve, how you doing?
I'm doing fine. How are you doing?
I'm doing great. Daniel.
Deep in hard.
Texas. Marissa, how you doing?
Good. Next.
Good. Next. Bottom Steve, how are you doing?
Any better at be illegal?
Oh, God. Okay. Speaking of illegal, Lilit, how you doing? I don't know what that means.
Happy Independence Day, Philippines.
Philippines Independence Day.
Mahal kita.
Wow.
Oh, and yeah, you're out. You're out of here. There's obviously this show is fixed. And Danny, how you doing?
I'm filled with joy.
Filled with joy. Oh, that's good to know. And we're going to get started. We always start with whoever is sitting right here. This time it happens to be Steve. So Steve, we'll start with your factoid or lie, whichever it is. Are you ready?
Absolutely.
Okay. We just lost Danny. Oh, there he is.
Sorry,
Here,
I gotta
it's
give
okay.
the old. I gotta
Here.
show
All right,
my age.
all right. Don't worry about it. That's okay. Here we go.
I once was nabbed for shoplifting at a mall.
Who wasn't?
Nah.
I'm so glad I'm on your team this time instead of guessing this one.
What did you steal?
Nothing.
Can you
What store
expand on that?
did you?
No, that's exactly what I stole. Nothing.
Why did they target on you?
Because I was walking around the store with several unsavory characters.
They didn't taste good. Is that they're not? Stealing?
Was one of them Tom?
That could be.
What was the object that they thought you stole?
I don't think they had any particular object in mind. They thought that as I was walking around, I might have been lifting a thing here and washing machine, barbells.
Was this a stop and frisk situation?
This was before stop and frisk.
Oh.
Yes, this was, I guess, during punch him in the face, ask questions later.
What was the name of the mall?
Well, the store in the mall was EJ Corvettes.
8 Jewish Korean veterans. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. EJ Corvettes. Okay.
What's the name of the mall, though?
Well, it really wasn't in the mall. It was kind of like on the side. I guess it was the Smith Haven Mall.
How did you get out of that situation?
Good questions. Good
That
questions.
is a real good question. Not going to answer it, but it's a real good. Now, I told the truth,
Which was?
I don't have anything. And if you don't believe me, search me.
I insist that you strip search me.
In fact, I insist that she strip search me.
So, did they search you?
No.
How old were you?
17, 18.
And what year was this?
Well, let's not get carried away.
Did you swear to tell the truth and nothing but the truth?
Like
So help you
tonight.
God.
He means tonight.
I'm sure he swore.
No, I was very honest with them.
Okay.
Okay, if you had stolen
was this
something,
the-
would you have been honest?
I might, Rabbit. I might.
Was this mall security or was this police officers?
Mall security.
Why did you go to that mall that day?
I don't know. Why does anybody go to a mall any day? I mean, we didn't have it. It certainly wasn't to rob them.
To shop.
Was this the same mall that you
so-
play Santa at?
No.
I'm sorry, Steve.
And I hope one day to find you on my lap.
Nice.
I thought he was Colonel Sanders.
Who stole Santa's helper?
All right, now we're getting a little personal here.
We are.
Okay, we want to play those
just-
cards, huh? All right.
So this is mall security, and like when I was young, we had no respect for mall security. But you were, you did not, you nicely and kindly answered the mall security guy, or just show him some New York attitude.
I just answered him like I would answer anybody else.
Evasively.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
Yeah, you guys have noticed that now.
So was it mall security? Did the store manager first called mall security and they
I
came?
don't know. I wasn't on the phone with him.
No, I mean like
Stevie, I know.
no, but what I mean is the store manager say, I'm calling mall security, you stay here.
Oh no, they followed me in great haste.
Mall security.
They ran out of the store.
There was more than one of them?
Excuse?
There was more than one of them?
I think there was two. I think. If memory serves.
Okay.
It was two.
Okay. Blue team, you get one more question.
Did they catch you inside the store or outside the store?
Outside.
Okay. Okay, so outside the store. So I need the blue team to decide whether it's true or false that Steve was once nabbed for shoplifting at a mall. Danny, get your team together.
Well, my man Lilit took a nice drag of a cigarette. I think he's got deep thoughts on this. So let's hear yours first. What do you got, my brother?
This is my second time here, so I've started to study the patterns of telling the truth. The hesitation and the little details tell me that he's saying the truth.
Okay.
All right. I like that. Steve, where are you at, bro?
So EJ Corvettes was a department store up here in the Northeast that focused mainly on records, albums, and whatnot.
Wow.
So I'm saying it's pretty difficult to steal a record, album, whatever, but still saying that, I think my man Steve-O is telling the truth.
Yeah, I'm gonna. When you ask someone, "What did you steal?" and they say, "Would they accuse you of stealing?" and they say nothing, it's just such a weird answer that only someone telling the truth would say that, in my opinion. So we're blue team's going truth.
Okay. So you're saying it's true, and it turns out that it is true. Yes, indeed. True, in as much as anything that didn't happen can be considered to be true. He
And
was
Steve, after you took the knife out of his neck, did he apologize?
No,
I answered like I answered already. You have to question.
There's a whole backstory to that I won't get.
Was Tom with you?
Yeah.
He was with you.
yeah.
Was Tom the shoplifter?
Yeah, right.
No.
Tom, how
no.
many records did you get?
Tom tried to steal Steve.
First of all, EJ Corvettes had everything, not just records. They had
Yeah,
clothing.
no,
they had everything.
But-
Secondly, I got nabbed
You-
also, and I didn't. I had a book with me because that I was reading. I was a big reader, so I always had a book with me. I had a jacket and I had a book, we took the bus there, so I would read on the bus. And we're walking through Corvettes, and the book falls out of my pocket in the book department there.
Oh,
So-
wow.
So I had to take the book, and I'm like,
Was it
Wow.
so
Tom?
they-
Was it the Abby Hoffman book? Steal this book.
it wasn't. It was an Arthur C. Clarke book. There you go. Okay, so we're going down to Danny Boy. After that one, we've got, as I said, 1-0. Red team, you get to decide the next thing. Danny, are you ready?
I am ready.
Okay, let's see. I make sure I get the right
Ready to tell the truth.
Daniel. Here you go.
I passed French class without ever taking an exam. Exama, I believe we called it. Examue. Examue, we called it.
You never did take one, did you?
When was this?
This was my senior year of high school.
And they didn't require any sort of test for grades or anything like that?
Well, the school had requirements, but my French teacher, we had a special bond.
Ooh.
Really?
And what was that bond, if we might ask?
James Bond.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure she understood that my French speaking career was not going any further than that classroom.
Right.
So, can you say anything in French?
We.
Nice.
No, just you.
Wait, this was in high school? This was in college?
No, this was high school. Yeah. Guys. I hate that guy, but for some reason I charged this battery for 7 hours. Yeah, I'm
I
back.
think he's stalling. He's
All right.
stalling.
Okay.
Yeah,
Talk
sorry
about
about that. I
being- talk
apologize.
about
I
being
charged it
racist.
all day. My battery must be dying.
That's what happens when you shoplift those batteries.
Parlez-vous
damn it.
français?
Oui, madame.
So Dan,
Comment
why
allez-vous?
were you
Bonjour.
taking that?
Ça va?
Why are you taking that class anyway?
Well, you had to take a class. You had to take 2 years of language in my high school. It was either Spanish, French, or Latin.
Did you choose French because she was pretty?
I chose French because it was the language of love, and I was a young romantic.
Ooh.
I made that same dumb mistake. I'm like, I don't want to do
Useless.
Spanish. Everyone's speaking Spanish here. I want to
Yes.
do something unique. And the movies tell me that French is romantic. So I'll go with that.
Yes. Useless, especially in Miami. It's completely useless.
I so wish I took Spanish.
Which,
Well, for an American, it's
First-
useless because the minute they find out you're an American, they pretend they can't understand you anyway when you speak French.
so she was your first. She was your first French class.
She was my second. She was actually my second year of French.
Who was your first?
She was French 2.
Yeah.
I don't remember her as a teacher. I don't remember my first years. I don't remember her, but I remember this one because she was so
Ooh.
kind. She was so kind to me.
And you
What was her
passed.
name?
Mrs. Potts.
And you passed the class. You passed the exam for the class.
I passed the exam. Yeah, she used to tell me to turn the page over, turn the test over, and just write down how my life was at that time. Just write down some, how I was doing.
Oh,
Would
French
you tell
or
us
English?
Would you tell us about this
Eh.
French affair after the show?
It was definitely in English because I wasn't good at French. So.
so basically, you wrote you wrote a diary entry, and that was your.
It was something like, "Dear Miss Potts, everything's going okay.
It
I've
sure
been
is.
trying hard. I've been trying hard in every class but yours." I didn't say that. I've been trying hard, and hopefully, I make it through.
His diary entry said, "Today nothing happened."
What was the hardest part about learning French?
The actual learning of the actual learning of the language. You know what I was great at? I was great at repeating. I was great at repeating. I was
See,
parrot-like.
you said you were great at repeating twice.
I was great
So
at repeating. See? How good? How good?
I'm gonna go buy the papers. Buy the papers.
Good one.
Danny, I don't know much about this, but I think you're what the French call les incompetents.
Oh.
What does
Or
that mean?
Ugly American.
That means I watched Home Alone way too many times.
What does that mean, Daniel? I can almost sound out the words, but
The first French sentence I learned was from Lady Marmalade, the song Voulez-vous coucher avec moi?
Yeah. C'est soir. Yes.
The first piece of French I learned was from Dexter's Laboratory, omelette du fromage. That's
Ooh.
all he could say, omelette du fromage. And
Well,
women were fawning over him.
I got punished.
The first words I learned in French were coupe de ville.
Yeah, it's probably most people. There's a lot of people.
I don't know. Coming from an
learned,
Italian family, mine was coup de grace.
I learned menage a trois.
Oh, wow.
With the
Three's
teacher?
Company.
And we went off the rails on this
That's
one.
pretty much all I learned.
I see. Any other questions, Red Team, for Danny Boy to determine whether it's true or not that he, let me get the right guy, passed French class without ever taking an exam?
I'm good. Are we ready to say au revoir to mon frère over here?
I'm ready to say married.
Married. Okay, go for it. Go for it, Red Team. What do you say?
What do you guys think?
No.
None?
No.
Well, I remember passing a class that I never took a test in, but I had to pass the Regents to do it.
The regions.
So
Wow.
I say,
Florida's too big on testing. I can't see it happening.
We don't know that this was in Florida, though, but it's too late to ask.
I got thrown off when we asked who the teacher was, and he immediately knew the name because maybe I'm self-centered. I don't remember the name of any teacher from high school.
I can tell you who Mrs. Potts is, though. That's the teapot in Beauty and the
Beauty and
Beast.
the Beast.
Okay.
I think this whole thing is a fait accompli. I think we've known since the beginning. It's a lie. What do you guys think?
I agree with you.
I agree with you.
That's good French.
Which means it's the truth.
Boom.
So what are you saying? You're saying it's a lie.
Yeah.
Okay, you say it's a lie. Well, it's true.
Dude, Daniel reads me better than any human being has ever read me. The fact that I knew her name right away was right on point. And if it didn't match up with a teapot, he would have caught me on this one.
Danny, where were you when I was going to high school, man? I needed tips from you, man.
Yeah.
It was my senior year. She wasn't going to fail me on one class in my senior year. She said she never gave me an A. She gave me a C on every test. But I said, I don't know. And she said, just write something on the back. Tell me how you're doing. And she let me get through with C's because it was my senior year. She knew I wasn't going to like not pass because of French. She didn't really care about that. But I always participated in every class. I was great with everyone. I always did everything she wanted from me. I just didn't really know the information.
Except learn the language.
Except learn. Yeah, except learn.
Okay. So
that was very magnanimous of you.
No, very, very, yeah.
Good teacher.
Okay, so let's move up to Daniel on the red team. Are you ready, Danielle?
Say magnifique, Danny boy.
Here we go.
Crushing it.
Here's yours.
The first time I ever wore a tuxedo to an event, I was sprayed with a hose and drenched just before I walked into the building.
Was that planned?
No. You don't go rent a tux and spend all that money to ruin it, because then you gotta go give it back to the rental place.
Are you talking about a cartoon show that you watched?
No, but I mean, I will say I look pretty wacky trying to dress up.
What I mean,
why would Woodard ruin a tux?
I don't know, getting any liquid on a nice material like that is a good idea.
It's kind of why you dry clean them.
But a
What was the event?
yeah.
So it was a bat mitzvah.
Ooh.
And I wanted to, it wasn't the temple part, it was the party after. at like a Elks Lodge kind of place.
The after
And
party.
Yeah,
Heard
and it
about
was
them.
super formal, and I was hyped. I thought I might have a chance with the bat mitzvah girl,
So you were.
but I got hosed.
Oh, so you got.
How
you
old
were,
were you?
Who's
you
by
were
her boyfriend?
14 also.
Yeah, it was probably 13.
All right, so let's get this some basic details. Why were you hosed?
Yeah.
So someone, maybe a rival, wanted to mess with me, and I don't think he understood the result of it. I think he just thought it would be something funny to do, not that I would be screwed and soaked, and I would have to leave. He felt really bad for doing it.
So
How old were you?
About 13, maybe
You were
14.
bullied.
so you
Part of
you-
growing up Jewish.
Yeah, you attended the party anyway with a wet tuxedo. You went in.
I left. I was really embarrassed because a lot of people saw it and I didn't know what to do. So there was a payphone. I took off. I called my mom, I believe, and I
You
got
had a
picked up.
quarter in your
And I
tuxedo.
did not go back. I did not
There's
go back.
nothing in the faith that forbids attending an after party in a tuxedo.
Yeah. Daniel, do you,
I just want to clarify.
Did this?
That is true. That is in the book of Leviticus. That is true.
I mean, penguins wear wet tuxedos all the time. No one says a thing about it.
yes,
You know,
you're right.
Did
That
this?
hose really ruined my Talmud.
Oh.
Did this trauma affect your personality when you grew up?
Obviously.
No, I think I was already a wet blanket by that point.
So, Daniel, you said you went to the payphone. So, was it back then you always carried change in your tuxedos?
I don't remember. This is just what I remember that time. You know what I
You
mean?
remember having a quarter on you?
At that time, we all had cash.
Cash?
We all had cash and change. You're trying to catch me in something here?
So, I mean, yeah, you were 14. Why didn't you use your credit card?
Yes, or
you
for-
illegally got
your mom,
a pay card.
your mom dressed you up and then sent you there and then slid a quarter in your pocket in your new
Okay.
tux.
In case you get hosed. In case
and a-
you get hit with water.
And a carnation in the lapel.
Oh, here we go. So, and a quarter. So, how did you know the rival felt bad or possible rival?
Oh, because he apologized. He came up and he apologized and he said, "Oh shit, man, this is just a prank," And I was like,
there was
"What?"
water in this hose.
And I spent a lot of time preparing. When you're going to an event and you have this thought in your mind of how much you're gonna kill it, and then I'm just like, I'm 2 steps towards the door and I'm just soaked, and it's just not the way that I thought the night would go. And I'm like, why is there a fucking hose here?
Yeah.
And it was
So
bad.
he just this young rival, he just picked up the hose and sprayed you, or was there more to the prank? Because like a prank means like a bucket fell or something weird. He just grabbed the hose. That's like an assault, it sounds like. But there was a prank there?
No, I knew this guy through Temple. I didn't know him that well, not well enough to do something like that to me. But
Do you think he had designs on the Bat Lady too?
I think he saw the hose. He was screwing around, and he just thought he would kind of hit somebody he could get away with hitting with it. And I just happened to rock up, and he kind of knew me, and he thought he could get away with that, and he could.
But he picked up a hose with a handle and just sprayed you. It wasn't like a prank. It was more like an assault.
I don't know. It depends. Some people have a weird definition of prank. If you've watched any episodes of this fucking show,
Last question,
It's always an
Blue team.
assault.
Last question, Blue. Any more questions, Blue team?
Let's go. Steve, you said something?
No, I said, this show, can confirm is a prank.
Lilit, you want to take a drag and give him one last one, dude? We sealed the deal here.
There was a point when he was telling the story that I felt that he was about to have a breakdown. So because of his emotions, I think it's true.
Okay.
Oh, wow. That's
So
a really.
I think
He reminds me a little of Peter Lorre, doesn't he?
Yeah, everyone watching this knows who that is.
I gotta look that up to see if that's an insult or not.
No, it wasn't meant as an insult.
I think
It's not.
just kids at 13 and 14, unless you are part of the family that's having the bar bat mitzvah, very rarely, if ever, wear a tuxedo.
Oh.
So I'm gonna say this is false.
Oh.
How many years out of the
I love Lilith's like in-depth look into that thing and the emotional thing of it, but I find it weird that it was called a prank. You know, that's not a prank. You know, when you just pick up a hose and spray someone, that's just like straight up confrontation. I like Lilith's insight to it, but I'm gonna go. We're gonna go false on this one.
Okay, you're going to say it's false. Well, it turns out it is a lie.
Wow, good job, Danny. I pulled some pieces from a true story. I was at a bat mitzvah after party, and a guy showed up in a tux, and he realized that it was a like semi-casual, business casual party, and then he turned around and left.
Okay.
But
Before he even went through the door.
that won't change the fact that you lied to us.
And it won't change the fact that it's
very
three.
upset. We're very
it's
upset.
3-0.
Me and Lilith are upset.
3-0, and we move down to Lilit right now. Lilit, are you ready?
I'm ready, sir.
You think you're ready. Here we go.
Look, someone sprayed Daniel with a hose. He walked away.
When I was younger, I worked on a farm that raised snails and sold them to French restaurants. Merci beaucoup.
Oui.
You're welcome.
What type of snail?
They were the circular ones, the small ones that you have to.
Do they have
You
any
just described all snails.
Is there a square snail that I'm not aware of? Someone please tell me.
I haven't seen a hexagonal snail.
So you didn't find out. You didn't happen to know what type of a snail it was. Was it just one type of snail, or was there like several types?
I was like just looking for money when you're a student, so you don't ask what the snails, you just ask what the job will be.
And did you drive a car that looked like an S and people said, look at that S car go?
Oh yeah.
I like
God.
And I was
sorry.
This French National Day.
And I was so impressed with the way you handled yourself.
Can they lose a point for that one?
Yes, they could. Yeah.
No.
Right. Yeah.
Lilit where was this?
It was in Manila, the capital city.
Where else would it be?
A Cebu? I don't know.
We have French restaurants here, you know.
Name one.
Was Mrs. Potts there?
We have a French restaurant in Rockwell. It's a nice mall. It's called Mamu, Namou.
Have you ever tried the snails yourself?
Oh, we Filipinos eat exotic things like locusts and snails. It's easy.
So yes.
Yes, I did. I love it, especially in coconut milk.
Mm.
Do you only eat locust every 16 years, or is this the other?
17, but who's counting?
Damn it.
How long did you have this job?
Oh, just during the summer break.
What, that was only one time?
Yeah, only one time.
Okay. Any other questions?
What was your role on the farm?
Oh, you have to pick the snails from the soil. It's like a culture ground.
So you just go
pick
and
them
just
one by
collect
one
snails.
and put them in a bowl.
Did you
And
guys
it's up
have
to them
go
to
and,
check
like,
if it's
snail
quality enough or not.
hunt? Did they like plant the snails like the year before? Or did you have to go on snail hunts?
What I know is they really move slow. It's easy to catch them.
Look, dear, the snails are moving.
we got a fine crop of snails this year on.
Yeah.
Yeah, but Steve has a good question. Like, are they being like cultivated and breeded? You know, or they just putting down stuff so that the ones nearby just
There's
kind of
a
are
piece
drawn?
of like a garden, and they put some things that snails like, and even plants. So, and they all breed there.
What do snails like?
It's circular. It's a spiral
What
body.
do they like?
I think
what-
Freud's been trying to figure
They
that
like
out. his whole
moist.
career.
They like moist soil, and they like plants.
Oh, moist. Oh, he said moist.
Plants. What
Yeah.
type of plants?
I can't tell. I'm not good. I took up chemistry. I didn't take up botany.
How do you know the sex of a snail?
By their speed? I don't know.
Why would you even ask that?
Whether they
I'm
I
just
didn't-
curious if you had to like go in their shell to find out.
well, depends if they
Yeah.
depends if they
Hold
nag
the
you or not.
Playboy in front of it.
Yes,
Well,
Marisa.
How did you find
a
this
boy.
job? How did you end up in this position?
Oh, it was our neighbor. You know, like they would say, "Would you like to help?"
Just
Summer.
like, hey, I got some snails over here. Do you want to come?
No,
fix
we
them?"
knew that he had a snail culture ground.
Yeah.
Did
That's
you
his
work?
business.
Was it a
That's his
flat
business.
rate or was it like piecework?
What?
What was that? I
Was
missed
it a
that.
flat rate or was it piecework?
Yeah, did you get paid per
Oh, it's
snail or?
by the hour. It's an amount per hour.
Were they slow to pay?
Yeah. Yeah, they'd walk out every morning and
They
look at the
pay
garden.
me every 15 days.
Oh, what a beautiful morning where the snails are as high as an elephant's eye.
Oh God!
I've had a snail of a day.
But the snail dish was good. I tried it at that French restaurant.
Okay, lots of butter, I assume.
C'est bon? Was it c'est bon?
Shut up, Danny. You have no credibility when it comes to French. No.
Mrs. Potts! Damn you, Mrs. Potts!
You get the meat by doing French kiss.
Yeah, that's how you find out their sex. Fermez la bouche, there, Danny.
Ooh, Harry.
Okay, so and no more questions. If you have one more, now's the time to find out. Red team, do you have any more questions?
I need a
How many-
cigarette at this point.
How many snails would you get in a day, approximately?
It's a big bowl. I can fill a bowl, so it must be around 50.
About 50 snails in a day.
Yeah, no, not in a day, in a bowl, every bowl. So it's up to you if you still go on, fill more bowls.
Okay, we need to fill more time voting. So, red team, snail away. What do you say, red team? Is it true or false that when he was younger, Lilit worked on a farm that raised snails and sold them to French restaurants?
I'd say false.
Why?
I have
It's not
my-
personal. There's nothing
I have my
personal.
reasons.
What do you say? Red team.
What do you think, Marisa?
I have a fantastic history of being wrong when I'm on here.
So,
So-
Tell us what yours is, and we'll do the opposite.
Well, the tough thing is this is the most on the fence I've been. I'm leaning actually toward true because of the wording when I was younger. 'Cause I don't know, there's something weird to me because everything we're talking about is when we were younger. That's how time works.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
I feel like that's kind of an anecdotal chunk of
Because
the...
if he had said when I was older, that would kind of give it away as a lie.
Well, they just said I worked on a farm that raised snails. Like that. I don't know. So I'm leaning toward possibly true, but do not trust me.
well,
What do you
know,
say?
You know what, Dan? What I was thinking was, he said that they raised snails, and then but they didn't raise them. They just kind of like threw plants in there and they attracted them.
Semantics.
You know what I mean? And how many snails did you pick? Oh, a bowl.
How do you raise
in
chickens
a barn.
other than just feeding them?
This is
Uh,
very tough because if this is a lie, these are all so nonchalant and well crafted and just like, yeah, of course. Da 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 da.
So
But
I
if-
need an answer.
Go what you got, man.
I need a non-nonchalant answer. True or false?
I'm gonna say that it's true. And if I'm wrong, what can I say? Say la vie.
Merde.
You can say.
I told you, go with the opposite of me.
Tom, is
The,
there a-
the,
is there
the
a
French
number-
teacher inspired me.
Tom, is there a number you reach where you sweep, where we cut it short?
We never cut it short.
I got hope again.
I don't even know how snails are raised.
You mean to tell me this is a mercy killing?
There's no mercy rule.
killing.
There's no mercy rule. I've never believed in one.
Yeah, Steve and I still have to suffer.
That's
If
right.
This is
exactly.
my final show. Wow, what
Wow.
a show I
Come
put
on.
on.
Marissa, are you ready? It's your turn.
Yeah, sure.
Here we go. This is Marissa's.
I once set a Pop-Tart on fire.
I feel like everyone's done that. This is the worst thing you could say right now. In the toaster?
No. In the microwave.
Ooh. And
Oh.
how old were you?
Changes everything. It was when she was younger.
This must have been about 14. Maybe
old enough.
13.
Old
With
enough
the
to get
Pop-Tarts.
sprayed at a bat mitzvah. Good, yeah.
Why did
Sorry, Dan, go.
Did the microwave like pop or explode? You know, make a sound, or you just smelled something?
No, we did the
Um,
exploding microwave last week. Sorry.
I
was
was
a frog in the microwave.
I was standing there watching it cook, and I saw the flames ignite. So I stopped the microwave before there was
So you
damage.
got a marshmallow at that point, and you know.
Oh, not quite.
Yeah, I'm going technical on this. How do you get fire in a microwave unless there was a paper napkin?
I don't know.
science?
I really don't know.
Fauci.
Not my field.
Just a curiosity, like, why would you use the microwave over a toaster? The toaster gave a real nice feel to that Pop-Tart. Why the microwave?
So we did not have a conventional toaster. We had a toaster oven. And I sometimes took things to like literally, and it's like, well, this is not going to work, but there's microwave instructions, so I'll try that.
Oh, they have microwave instructions on Pop-Tarts these days?
Yeah,
Did the instructions say, please just get a toaster? That's why
Push
they're
down the lever. One instruction. Push lever down.
Why did you choose Pop-Tart for the day?
I wanted something sweet with that texture. You know, nothing special. I'm not particularly big Pop-Tart person. Period of time I was buying them, had them as snacks. But,
And you've definitely not been a Pop-Tart person since then.
He wanted the texture of a burning piece of cardboard.
Yeah, I was going to say, did you occasionally dip cardboard in chocolate for other flavors?
Was it a French microwave oven?
Okay, so did we establish how old you were? You said around 14, is that what you said?
13 or 14. It was like either very late middle school or very early high school, like around that kind of age where I was just extra stupid.
Did you guys own a toaster?
Say again?
Did you guys own a toaster? Did your family in the kitchen, was there a toaster right there?
No, a toaster oven, but not like a conventional slots toaster. No.
How did you put off the fire?
So my brilliant decision was to take the plate it was on out of the microwave, run to the front door, and throw it into the rocks outside our house because my thought was get the fire out of the house. So I just kind of threw it out.
That's good.
Then
Actually.
I poured water on it afterwards. It was contained with the rocks.
And then you ate it. And then you ate it.
I was just going to say that. I was just going to say, did you at least eat it?
Right.
No, I did not.
What's wrong with a little Pop-Tart al fresco?
Then it was barbecue at that point.
Yeah.
What flavor was that Pop-Tart?
Black.
I think if I had to guess, probably s'mores.
Wow.
S'mores
This is-
Pop-Tart.
This is definitely part of a balanced breakfast.
Yeah, I don't eat these things
I'm
anymore.
so old. I remember when Pop-Tarts were just either strawberry or not anything. So yeah, s'more flavored, but why not? Sure. Any other questions
Just like they ruined weed, right?
What's that?
I said, just like they ruined weed, right?
I want weed.
Don't get me started, man.
Pop-Tarts that taste like grape.
There's no added flavors in this
normal.
Pop-Tart. It naturally becomes s'more, man.
Was this a new flavor for you? Was this your first s'mores, or did you have many s'mores?
He asked the most probing question.
Did it leave you wanting for s'mores?
Did you want s'mores?
How long did you put the timer? Did you put the timer on in the microwave for the?
Good question, Steve.
3 minutes.
30 minutes?
No,
3
minutes.
3 minutes.
That's a lot.
3
That's
minutes.
So the box said 3 seconds, and that didn't do anything. I'm like, this is exactly the same as when I put it in. And so I thought maybe it could be a typo, but I'm dumbass at that age, and I think maybe instead of the typo being like 30 seconds, maybe they meant 3 minutes. And
Okay.
I adjusted.
Did you debate on 30 minutes? Did you debate on 30?
30 minutes.
No, once it caught fire, I figured it was done.
Yeah. Well, what are s'mores without flames? I mean, that's how you make
Yes,
a
you need
s'more.
the texture.
That's why I said
Important
took out the marshmallows.
Okay, so I need an answer now, blue team, to determine whether it's true or false. That Marisa once set a Pop-Tart on fire.
Guys, I feel like we might all be in sync on this, but let's start, man. What do you guys think?
And how do you tell the sex of a Pop-Tart anyway?
Yes.
You gotta look at the filling.
Well, I not that I'm a Pop-Tart expert, but 3 seconds, definitely sounds about the time you should, run a Pop-Tart. So 3 minutes, not only would set the Pop-Tart on fire, it would set the whole block on fire. So I'm going to say, Marisa, that you are guilty of that and say that is true.
I would like to apologize to Marisa beforehand, because in our improv jam, she's the most sincere person, but nothing personal. I think it's a lie.
Okay. Okay, you're the decider, Mom Frere. No, you.
I've microwaved things for way too long. I've done all sorts of stuff. I've never had a fire unless I put something in it that wasn't supposed to be there. Then you put it outside. Then once it was outside, you went and got wood, or you're worried about the rocks burning. It just seems like too many evasive maneuvers for the flame of a tiny Pop-Tart. So I'm going to go lie on this one. But Steve, your opinion made me maybe think differently, but I'm going lie.
You're going to say it's a lie. Wow. Okay. So that's a brave move, but it's true. It's true. It is the truth.
We did it. One on the board.
So
damn it, the sweep is not happening.
You avoided
the sugary frosting on it that caught fire. Sugar burns easily.
Yeah, it does.
I only have one. Wasn't there a sink near the?
So,
they used the microwave instead of the sink.
Somebody stole the hose.
I don't know why I didn't put it in the sink. I just wanted the fire out of my house, and I was the only one home, so that was my solution.
Damn it!
Okay,
were you wearing a tuxedo?
So that didn't happen. That did not happen.
Damn it.
Thank you, Marisa.
Good job, buddy. I liked your theory on
tough
that.
one.
We move down now to bottom Steve. which is what that was his nickname in college. Bottom Steve. That's not funny. Are you ready?
Well, it could have been the base of a pyramid on the cheerleading team, Tom. Don't be weird about it.
Could have, but it wasn't.
All right. On my first drive after receiving my license, I broke the axle of my dad's car.
How?
How?
I'm assuming you were not a good driver.
What happened, Steve?
So I was 17. And
so this was when you were younger.
So this is when, right. So this is when Lincoln was president.
Okay. He didn't get a second term, did he?
Actually, they named a car after him.
He did get a second term.
That's true. That was the Coupe de Ville, the French car.
Oh.
Okay.
And
was it an S car?
No.
Don't go there.
I can take that point away.
It's a sweep.
And so I had a bunch of friends in my car, or in my dad's car, and I went over I guess at that point it wasn't called a speed bump, but like a high, mountain type of thing at too many miles an hour. And next thing I know, I heard, and the car went sideways, upside down, back and forth. Yeah.
Upside down?
Every which way.
Were you able to still drive it back to your house?
I was, believe it or not. I was not that far from my house, probably less than a mile from my house.
We'll find out whether he believes it or not.
What axle was it? What axle was it?
It was the rear axle.
Yeah, they don't have front axles anymore, do they?
Oh, back in the dark ages, I think they.
I don't know.
What was the consequence?
Where did this happen, Steve?
Near about a mile from my parents' house, which was Oceanside, Long Island.
Most accidents happen within a mile of your home.
Correct.
Or your parents' home.
Or
your parents'
a lot of accidents happen in my parents' home. Usually,
you might be one of them.
Definitely one of them.
So how did your parents react when they found out?
Obviously not pleased. I think they took my driving privileges away for 3 months, 6 months, maybe.
But you're okay now.
Debatable.
Were you responsible for paying for repairs or anything like that, or they just wrote you off?
Yeah, I mean, I was 17 years old. I think my only source of income was my $5 a week paper route. So I helped out whenever I could. So I'm still paying it back. My father's been dead for 30 years.
See, Marissa's asking about responsibility here. She burns down a neighborhood with a Pop-Tart, but she wants to know if you're responsible.
If I suffered any consequences.
I'm haunted by a Josh. Things catch fire, okay?
They do.
Steve, what did you do after that happened, the accident happened? Did you get out of the car? Did you try to throw it out front onto the rocks? What exactly did you
I put it in the microwave and lit it on fire like a popcorn.
Did you write a note on the back of a piece of paper?
How do you tell if the axle is male or female?
If it's a Prius, it's female.
How many people are in the car?
Were you injured or harmed, physically, mentally?
Were any animals or snails harmed
No. No. Nobody was hurt, thank goodness. It was, in a residential neighborhood. So I wasn't, I was going too fast.
That's good.
Yeah.
Did we determine what kind of car it was?
It was my father had a 1973 Jetstar 88.
What is a Jetstar? Is that a Buick?
Oldsmobile. Has to be true.
Oldsmobile. Okay.
Oldsmobile.
This has to be true to know that name.
Did you call for help?
There was no 911 at the time, 911.
Oh wow.
So
neither one. Neither back then.
Yeah.
How many,
Now,
people
was
were,
this-
how many people were in the car, Steve?
there was a few. I mean, 3 or 4 beside me. So
How fast were you going?
like I said, it was a residential neighborhood. So
80.
whatever.
80, yeah, whatever you wanted to
No,
do.
it was probably
No cops there.
Yeah, you want to play tough guy, in front of your friends, residential neighborhood. So I was probably going 50.
What did you say you hit?
It was like a raised like sewer cap or something, something like that, and I took it too fast and boom.
Okay.
Was this
Okay.
before or after the Emancipation Proclamation?
This
Was there Ninja Turtles there?
During.
Yes. Did this cost your father $470?
Oh.
Okay.
it cost me about 70 teeth.
Okay. So let's figure it out. Red team, is it true or false? Is it true or false that where are we? That Steve, on his first drive after receiving his license, broke the axle of his father's car?
Well, I'm buying it, so it's probably a lie.
Okay.
That was so bad
every
if
once
it
in a
just-
while we get someone on the program who gives both answers.
Yeah. Somebody just said, it's a lie. It's
I'm
unfixed.
consistently wrong, so
It could
If
be
you
either
gotta
a lie.
go face your parents and face your dad and explain why the axle on his car is broken, you damn well would remember exactly what you hit.
No,
That's what I think.
I said it
No,
was,
no responses. That's it. You're done. Sorry. No, sorry. They can say anything they want about you right now.
Well, there's a few
Nice
things I've
hat.
been meaning to say.
hey, this is a family show.
Steve bottom Steve alone, top Steve.
This is a family show.
We've known Steve for a long time, and I've never known him to fib. However, I had been in Steve's neighborhood on a couple of occasions, although he might not remember. And I don't recall any speed bumps or mountains or any roads in ill repair in that area.
Ooh, it's a
So-
big word.
So I'm going to have to go false.
Okay, so what do you say, Daniel?
Ooh, tough one.
I guess we're gonna have to bite the bullet on this one,
And
like Abraham and John Wilkes. You know what I'm saying?
yeah,
So we're going false.
you're saying it's a lie. Well, it's true.
Yeah.
It's
What the
true.
hell did you hit?
Dude, I was with you guys on the lie on that one. That was a great lie.
Oh,
A great truth.
no,
what a shame, though.
I did. I hit a raised, whatever you want to call it, a speed bump now. That's what they.
Cracked the back axle?
I did. Well,
Yeah.
don't forget. I probably had, like I said, maybe it's probably more than 4 or 5 people in the car. It's probably 18 people in the car.
Ah!
Oh, well, now.
car.
that's
Well,
right.
hold
Now I
on. Now you
changed
just killed us, Steve.
everything.
Steve, you ruined
But
our
either way,
credibility.
that happened. That's what happened. There you go.
Oh,
Lilith,
that's
is this the
unbelievable.
second time that you've won?
Yes.
Yes, it is. I just want to point
Lilith
that
is
out.
the secret gem of the
Yeah,
Are You Serious world.
he's the secret.
Thank you for being on my team,
the
Lilith.
secret
Thank you.
sauce.
Too bad
Daniel.
this show's gonna end.
Yeah, huh?
Daniel, I'm so sorry. I'm cursed, and I make you lose every time.
No, these guys are
No.
really tough to read. They're
First
super
of
tough.
all, you were 100% said everything you say is the opposite, and you did not lie about that. Daniel, as a leader, did not listen to your words.
And I'll try Pop-Tarts on my microwave later.
Yeah, I'm gonna try snails in mine.
Yeah.
So every Friday night, by the way, at least for the rest of this month, we do Read My Lips here. Marisa, you were there last night along with Lourdes. That was a funny
much
piece
fun.
of stuff. A lot of fun. I highly recommend checking it out. If you want to see the ones we've already done, they're on our YouTube channel. Same as all the Are You Serious shows, all the Dawn Patrol shows, all the shitty improv shows are all on YouTube. They're all there. You can't do anything about that. And of course, we do this here on Saturday nights for the rest of this month. We're talking about doing it live, doing this show live in our theater when we reopen,
Awesome.
but we'll have to figure that out.
Yeah, that could be fun.
But we will do it eventually. And Monday nights, of course, we do shitty improv at 7:30. It's 35 minutes of uproarious fun. It actually really is. And then tomorrow, 5 p.m., Crash with Us. Hopefully Barry doesn't exactly
Don't crash.
do that, but he will be driving. Check out that with Steve, myself, and Barry, and all kinds of sketches and bits, and who knows, maybe Kyle von Beethoven will be there. Other than that, oh yes, we're also, people keep reminding me that we're doing a fundraiser for the theater to heal the wounds of a year or more of being shut down via COVID. So if you got it, share it. How do you share it? Let me see. How do you share it? Oh, yeah. You go here. You visit doghousetheater.com and you'll see exactly how to send us all of your money.
Even the dog is healing.
Yes. Yes.
Poor thing. He probably had a bad snail.
Okay. So thanks guys for being here. I appreciate you all always. We got Steve, Daniel, Marissa, Steve, Lilit, Danny.
Was a rip, guys.
We'll see.
Thanks, everyone.
Yeah.
Always
Shout out
fun.
to Miss Potts. Love you.
Okay.
Je t'aime.
Au revoir.
Au revoir.
Au revoir. Mon
Bonne nuit.
amis.
Bonne nuit.
Bonsoir.
Bonsoir. Yeah, whatever.
Merde.
How dare you?